Alrighty. So we are gonna get started with teaching you a little bit of like the basic principles of gesture drawing. And I know I went over a little bit of last week, and today we're gonna get a little bit more details into it. So usually in gesture drawings you have like three common lines or three common type of lines that you usually see. They're usually S lines, C lines, and straights. There's usually like these three type of lines you will see in most gesture drawings. Or you can do CSI, like detective cases, crime stuff, so CSI. So usually, to give you an example, how will that will look like? So you got like the S, the C, and then the straight. So you go S, C, and straight. So most gesture drawings, you will use those three type of lines in combination of them. Either you're gonna like make them fatter, make them longer. Maybe a C is like this. Maybe it's more like open. But those are the three type of lines you will usually see or use. And then I will usually start when we start making gesture drawings is to analyze do like a quick scanning, of your subject, and scan like what's happening, like what is the emotion that's happening. And I know it sounds a little bit silly, but try to feel it. Like trying to feel it, how would you react of the emotion that you're seeing? It's like, are you going backwards? Are you surprised? Are you timid? Are you going forward? So that's also going to help you, give you an idea of where to push the gesture or where to exaggerate a little bit. So then I will go ahead and like figure out where the ground is. You don't have to draw the ground, but it helps you to imagine at least where the ground is, so you can find out where like the point of gravity is on the subject, of how they are landing or standing on the ground, where their center point is. Then when you get those two, when you get like a little screen, a little quick scan of that, then trying to figure out which type of movement direction you're feeling. So if it's like inward, outward, sideways, and that's going to help you trying to decide which type of lines usually to use. And with gesture drawing, we're not so much doing at this stage like perfect structures. We just want to get the flow. All of about the most important thing here is the flow, the continuation, the flow and the rhythm, so you can feel like the emotions of the movement that you're seeing. So your job is to teach or to show the viewer what's happening. Like, you don't understand what's happening, but the viewers, if you know, see your reference, they don't know. So your job will be, how do I translate this and show the viewer what's going on with the subject, with the cat, with whatever it is. So that's your job. Is like, how do I translate this movement, this flow and position of the emotional thing behind it, the best way I can to like interpret it, to like show it to somebody that don't know what's going on. So usually I start with like these three type of lines, and that's why in previous classes I have said the importance of you guys making plenty of pages, making lines, making ovals, doing S, so you guys get used to losing the hand for that. Oh my goodness, we got Pantalimon screaming again today. So bad. So then the next thing I will do is a little bit more advanced, but I like to combine the gesture drawing with this. Some people do it differently. Remember, there's a million different ways to approach, not a million, I die, maybe like 4 or 5 different type of ways that people approach gesture drawings. They're all very unique to who you are, what you feel comfortable with, your schooling, your background. But maybe you try both and see what's easier for you, feel more comfortable for you, which approach. So the second one I like to do is what we call the bean. So it's like you have a kidney bean. And the way the kidney bean is usually, a big circle and a small circle. And then you connect them. Or you have two equal circles and then you connect them. Then after that, you have you have to play in perspective. It's because if you have two balls, it's like, where's the camera? So you have two balls, once one goes behind it or one goes in front. They get smaller, they get bigger, they overlap each other. So the cat face, I know, right? This cat is like anime, like I forgot what the Japanese anime sound makes on his surprise. But he's like, this cat seen shit, so I've seen some shit. I like how this guy's like, are you sure about that? It's like, are you sure about that? It's so funny. I love this one too. It's like, Karen, what do you mean we're gonna go for a walk or the park? I think he's suspicious that we're gonna go to the vet. And this one just started listening to me. These are so funny. I love this kid. This one is also tired of your shit. Like, just doesn't want to hear it. So going back to the little beams. So let's say you have a big one here, and then the next one is behind it. So you will make the bean. You're gonna have to figure out your subject, if it goes like that, or how it will connect. So that's gonna start showing you perspectives. That's gonna start showing you perspective. Is the like the body, is it going away from you? So example, here we'll like build some shoulders and a head, and then here's the legs. You see, it looks like the person is going away from you. Let's say this is the arms and cool floating hair. So maybe she's falling offline. Or let's say this one, maybe it's also going away from you. So let's say maybe here's the shoulders, here's the head, and the person is like laying down, and then that the back is arched towards you. Maybe so here's like where the hip dimples are, here is the booty, so you can see how the kidney bean, the overlap in the balls is definitely going to helping you with perspective. Like, is it going away from you? Is it going away from me? I mean, towards me? Because like another way of interpreting this one will be, let's see, if this is on the front, maybe this is where like the breast will be, and here's the shoulders, here's the head. Like from like a top view, maybe it's coming towards you. So it's many different ways how you can interpret the kidney balls technique, the two balls techniques. So this right here is what's going to really help you to tell you if it's going away from you or towards you. So something like this is more going towards you. And sometimes something like this can be more like going away from you. But it's going to help you once you add the extra information. So let me show you some examples of how this will look like. The kidney bean always helps a lot with humans more than animals, but the technique is the same. You can also do squares instead of the two balls, or sometimes you have combos. A lot of the times it's combos because the hip is square and then the rib cage is like an oval circle. So you can have like that, and then you can have a combination. So you can combine it. You can have two different shapes. And I'll show you what this looks like with the cat. Oh, hi, Pan. We got a little Pantalaimon over here. You want to come to learn to do, baby? So how will this look like? This will be a good example right here. So we got one ball here, and then we got the other one here. So that already shows you that this one is on the front and this one is on the back. And then this one leg is on the front. And then here is the head, and this one's on the front. I hope that kind of makes sense. Or let's see, another one here. So this will be the chest ball. And then here's the body on the back, the body ball. Again, this is a little bit easier with humans than cats. But that gives you, again, the idea. Another one will be, this one is a funny one because this one is actually on the front. And then this is the chest on the back. And then they're connected like that. Here we go. I connect it like that. And you can put the face on front of it. And then here is the leg in front of it. So I hope that makes sense. I'll do this last one for you one last time for the kidney bean. This is a big ball in the back and this is the ball in the front. And oh, how do you do it when his head is in front center? I'll show you. So you see how this gives you the impression already that this guy is on the front and his body, his hip and body is on the back. So to answer Hegel's question, let me see. A guy with the head on the front. You mean like this one? Will this be a good example, Hegel, of what you mean? Or do you mean which one is? So like this or just straight front? Or you mean like I don't think I have any of them straight. Like this one? More straight from laying down. Oh, more straight from laying down. Okay, so it will be something like this. You have 1, you have 2, and then you have 3. So right there, but you see that you can already tell like maybe the little ears are here, the little legs are there, and then you got this little chunky here and his little tail comes out on the side. You have to start overlapping like an eclipse. You have to start overlapping the balls. Like 1, 2, 3. Or laying down on the front. I don't think I have any of them here that looks like that. Will this one help? I was looking to other measure. Yeah, so example here will be this is one ball and then the other one is behind it. And here's the head. So later when you add the extra stuff that we're gonna do, you see how that already gives you the perspective that you can tell who's on the front, who's on the back, and it's gonna help you. It's gonna help you with that. So let's go back to the techniques of the lines. I'm gonna erase, actually no, I'm gonna do a second one. So the lines, like I talked about, you can do like CSI. There's 3 type of lines. And how will they look like? So I'm gonna give you another example for that. Here, let's break this guy down. So what I was saying first is imagine where the ground is, where is his center pivot, like where is his center? I will say about that. That's where his weight is. That's what the weight of his body is for balancing. That's his center. Then we go on S right here. This is a C. Here's a C. This will be like a long C or like an open C. Here is a straight. That's a straight. This is a C. And even when I turn it off, you can start seeing the what's happening with the movement. Also, I thought you guys did this on the homework, which I'm gonna go over it. Your job is to simplify this as much as you can. You don't want to worry about muscles or fur right now. You want to simplify the angles as in the movement as much as possible. So let me give you an example for that. Here, if we were to do this here, right now you don't want to do this. We don't want that. You want to translate this in this most simple way possible, which it will be that. Like you just want to translate it as simple as possible. It will be that. Another example will be here. Technically, we know that this is doing one here and it goes down, or that goes here and then it goes down. But we don't want to do that right now. Your job is to simplify it. So we're going to just do this. Same with here. You don't want to break that down, down, down like that. Or go like ch ch ch. You want to make it smooth. Go with the flow. We just want to go. There it is. Same here. You see how here goes tack, tack, tack. Well, we want to smooth that out. How will that look like? That way. So I hope this makes sense. Same here. We have a cat that looked like this last week. Most people want to do this, which, anatomically is correct. That's where the bones are. But this is about gesture. This is about gesture, flow, and movement. So we just want to connect it all in once. So let's see. Let me pick a cat to show you guys. You know what? I'm going to do this one. This seems like a pretty good one. You're so funny, Dark. So let's do this little guy together. And I'm going to put everything we just talked about combined on how will I approach the gesture drawing. And I'll tell you right now that for the assignment for next week is we are going to do the exact same animals we did this week, but you're going to do it now applying this. And you're going to see how you were your original drawings versus this. Some of you guys are pretty already advanced in gesture drawing, so I'll have to figure something else out of how to make it a bonus for you guys. So, how will this be combined? Okay, let me analyze this. I already know that we got that S right there, got that C, down, down. I got the ears going in that direction. We got the face going down. This tail goes up, but it twirls in. Even that the tail is twirling in, this movement of that is really just going in that direction, which is a soft S. And then I can do like an S going down. There we go. So that will be like my first, like how I will analyze it. Second will be the beans I'm talking about. So we have one here. We have one here. This is the other. And then we got another one here. And then the little mouth is another little ball on the front. And then this is a straight. We talked about the straights before. So there it is. That kind of really helps you. I hope that helps with the, you kill me every time you use that little emoji, Dustin. Why is the camera getting so blown out with the lighting? This is crazy. Let me see. That's And then if you want, you can leave it at that, or you can, come back and clean it up. You can clean it up if you want to. Don't have to. But if you want to, you totally can. There it is. So I will say, I know we got the little ears in that direction. We got the eyes there. We got the little mouth there. We had a little extra fold that's happening. We're going to talk about I want to talk about later when the bean bag or the bean starts to have folds. We're going to do that later, which is, when you have a bean like that and then they connect, you have to start like having folds. But that's a little bit for later. Then let me clean there. So I'm gonna, and this guy comes out that direction, straight. We got this little leg going down. This little footsie. We got there, and the little ears follow that. Let me see. We got the little face here. I can clean this out more. And let's do the little tail. And then I'm gonna, actually, you know what? I want to change the homework. We're gonna do seals. We're gonna practice with seals. Because seals, I'll tell you about seals in a second. So here we go. Here is the gesture drawing. Do you recommend using a thicker brush like that? Actually, no. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what you use. Whatever makes you feel comfortable. We can do another one that's really skinny. Like that. But I hope, so you see, like what I was talking about before is if other person does not know, if the viewer doesn't know the reference of the image, can you understand what's happening through your gesture drawing? Can the viewer understand the movement or the emotion behind, or the emotion behind the animal, or like the action of what's happening? Let me see. The most bean-shaped animal next to the capybara. It is. It's funny because capybaras for me are more like a stocky little square rectangle thing. But I can see it. I will see how I can make it into a bean too. I need that emoji in my life. Which emoji? I want to see which one. So funny. They are like a pack box with legs, right? Oh, that one. I love that one. Okay. So let me pull out the homework for you guys as the seal. Let me look up a seal really quick. I forgot to look it up. Seal animal. So we're gonna practice with seals. Again, some of you guys already have already nailed the gestures, so I'm gonna have to figure out what type of homework to give you. Here we go. This is good. So we are gonna practice everything that we just learned with this. Because cats are a little bit more complicated. You know what we're gonna do? The people that figured out, the people that already did the homework that are really good at gesture drawing, I want to give you a challenge. You guys are going to do freaking horses. Good luck with that one. So let's try and if I can apply all of this to horses. Because you know who's still trying to learn horses? This guy over here. Oh, no horses. Yeah. Dustin, you're killing me. So let me explain to you how seals pretty much cover everything we talked about. So for the homework, I'm going to post some seal photos and we're going to do the same thing from last week, but with seals. One second. God, that's really loud. Okay. My brush was acting up. Okay. We're back. So we do this and trying to get to the critiques really quick. Question: anybody that's in here today needs to leave before 9 p.m. or that needs to leave in the next 30 minutes? So when I go to the critiques, I do theirs first to make sure they're here. Because I might go over like 10 minutes or so, 10 or 15 minutes. We'll see. I'm trying to get to everybody. So, steals. As you can see, seals is a very easy thing for you guys to see where the balls are. Like where the, oh no, we did it on the wrong layer. You know what? I'm going to lock it. So seals, you don't have to worry about seals with the anatomy, the bones and stuff. They're also fluid. So you can immediately see already who's on front, who's on the front, who's on the back. And when it comes to gesture drawing, you're like, well, that's going, there's that S. We have an S over here. Then we have another C. We have another C. This is another C. This could be a straight, sort of. So you already can tell the movements of the gesture of it. So how will I apply and do this if I was my gesture drawing? So first, I'll be like, all right, I know the gestures around here. Sorry, I started in the wrong thing. Okay. I know that my gesture's there. And then we have that little scoop. So here's my first ball. Here's my second ball. Here's my third ball. And then this one is on the front. And then I can erase it if I want to. And that's when we're starting to have those little, I was trying to catch the spine where it's going for the line movement. Yes, that definitely helps. It's like follow that middle. I love that, Morgan. Yes, following the spine is a great way. Following the spine and also like that imaginary line that is right with you. So that imaginary line that moves with you or like turns away from you. You know what I mean? Like that's the other way of doing it. And let's say the head is the other little ball. Then we have that swoop. See? I just try to connect it like that. And then we have the other swoop. Swoop. And then that will be a straight. We got two C's here and a straight. And then that guy, this is like a C with another little C or actually, no, I will say it's a straight. That's a C with a straight on the other side and another C. And that's our seal. I feel like something here is kind of wacky. So let me check the reference. Okay, I see what I made a mistake. So I made a mistake here because the kidney bean only folds on the bottom. It doesn't fold on the top. So I will just connect. So at the end, this was actually an S, a soft S. And the kidney bean only connects on the bottom, not on the top. So there is your gesture drawing. of here is a gesture drawing of the seal. And we can do a lot of seals that way. So the seals doesn't let you start worrying about muscles and fur, nothing. All we care about is the fluidity of it, the flow, your three type of lines, and playing with those ovals, balls. Remember, it doesn't have to be a perfect ball. I mean, you're squishing into different shapes. Like I said before, on this one, here is like an oval, and this is like another squishy oval. Here's another oval. So it doesn't have to be perfect circles. When I was talking about the kidney bean, you can change it. So that's the tutorial for gesture drawing. So we're going to be doing seals next week. And the people that already figured out gesture drawings, you guys are going to be doing horses. Good luck. No good luck. It's a challenge because then you have to worry. The reason horses are hard is because you're going to have to worry about the gesture of like each leg, but then they're kind of squarey and stocky. Because you guys did so good with the cats, and I was going to be like, oh, cats is next. But horses are a little bit harder, I will say. They're just weird. The angle of their head is weird and all of that. I don't think of any other animal that will make it difficult. Maybe an octopus. Who is the people for the horses? I'll let you know. So let's go into critique. All right, Godslayer, you're up. You're the first one. Also, I hope this mini tutorial makes sense. If you have any questions, just pop them on the chat and I'll try to answer them. Oh God, front view of birds. Morgan, shut up. It's like we have this thing with bird views from the front look ridiculous and they're so hard to do. I mean, there's almost like no gesture drawing with a front view of a bird face, Morgan. It's like they're so crazy looking. What is the gesture on that? It's just like flat, God, I hate drawing birds from the front. Me and Morgan here in the chat, we have PTSD from drawing birds from the front with our jobs. All right, so let me get to Godslayer. You're up. And let me find my photo reference so I know what I'm looking at. Okay. Actually, maybe I should have the references on the bottom. Why not? ¿Por qué no los dos? Let's do both. Okay. Critic time. All right, Godslayer. First thing, I think... Where is this guy? I don't know which... Oh, here we go. So I can recognize some of this. All right. All right. So Godslayer, I thought you did a really good job doing your... I was having a lot of trouble, a lot of doubts if you did the homework right. You did the homework right. Sorry, I did not explain it very well last week. So I really like that you already have the movement down. This is great. I will say your most successful ones is definitely this one, that one. This one's great. And even this little guy right here. This is great. You did good. I can already tell the what's happening with them. This is awesome. I like how slow. I mean, slow. No, how smooth you were with them. How loose. That's the word I was looking for. And that you were doing the kidney beans, and that you were doing very loose with your gesture. I really like seeing that. And these guys, I assume is... I'm trying to recognize who they are. There it is. I recognize some of these guys here. I DIY strokes the best I could. I know doing the classic boxes and cylinders like I always do. Yes, I like that very much. I like that very much, that you were stepping away from your comfort zone, and you really giving into the full gesture, trying to get that full gesture. I love that. I think this little guy is really nice. That little guy is really nice. Again, it translates. You also have like those little ball things I was talking about. Trying to see which one. So I will say these all look really good. I will say for suggestion, this one's great. I really like how that looks right there. That's beautiful. I will suggest, I think the next thing for you, because yeah, you got the legs down. You definitely got the legs down. I think my next suggestion for you, your next step, is to actually have the main body more smooth. Example, this guy will be a good example. Trying to connect the body now with the lines that I explained today. Trying to have the full gesture of the body. Right now you have the gestures of the legs down. Great. I will say now start focusing on the gesture, pushing and simplifying the gesture of the body a little bit more. That will be your next one if you can with the techniques from today. So example, this little guy obviously is doing this. And yours feels more like straight cut, which is what I was talking about earlier. So if you can, I will just try to simplify that. So let me make it how it will look like. It will look something like that. I think that's where you're at right now. Yeah, there's people time trying to break them. Yes, that's the trick with them. It takes time, but you did really good. So I will say for you next will be not because you got the legs down. You definitely got the legs down. So I will say now for you is to start how to the way you did the legs, trying to now do it with the body. I think that's your next point where you're at. But this came out really great. I really like that you're doing the kidney beans, that you're doing the kidney beans, that you're doing the perspectives. This is great. I thought you did. I think I can see you really push yourself from your previous drawings. Good job. Higo. Here we go, Higo. I'm so sorry. This was like my instructions were so bad. I was trying to do it with one mobile on my phone with a finger, trying to like show you how to do it. I think first, like, great job that you did so many pages and like you did not give up and you're like, I'm doing this. Did not let it beat you. And I like that you also brought in your own little animals and pets. It's precious. So I can see some good things happening here. Like I can see when you were like pushing it, like you're trying to get those movement down. Like I can see the flow. Yeah, like I can see what's the movement that's happening there. Yeah, and sorry, like again, like I did it with my finger on the mobile. I was trying to show you, it was always from the computer. But yes, you're understanding it. You're analyzing where these things are. So it's good job on that. I can see where your mind was at. I think at this point, I think your next step for you will be, yeah, like combine those two things that I talked about today, your little balls that we went over today with the connecting of the different type of lines. I think that's gonna really push you. And I think you should do the exact same sheets if you can, now with the new techniques, and you compare where you were at to last week. Or if you want to do the seals, you can do the seals too. It's up to you. Next person will be R. Also, welcome R to our class. I know I don't think I've seen you before. I think you joined us last week for the first time. I'm happy to be that you're here and join us for homework. So on this one, I like where you're having the flow. I like that you're having the flow where your mindset is at, that you're having those curves there already, and you already have some of the kidney bean happening. I think that came out good. Is this like a human cat person? Like, I don't know why it seems like a person that's sitting with their neck down and a foot and the foot backwards, like almost like a furry, or like from the movie Cats. I'm not sure if I'm understanding it correctly. I think your most successful one is this one right here. That one came out very nice. The fact that you have the kidney bean, who's on the front, who's on the back, those straight lines. That is like, this one came out really nice. Look at this stupid little face. It's so cute. He's like upset. I love it. I like how you did the, yeah, how you did the ears. You have, yeah, you have it, you have the gestures pretty here, pretty good. Same with the who's on the front and who's on the back. That's great. I will say for you, will be trying to simplify it as much as you can. Like this guy. Like trying to get as much as clean lines and connect them as much as you can for that. And also trying to focus on the full body. A really nice oh, I lost my train of thought because I hear people talking. So I will say I am so sorry. I hear things in my background. One second. Honey, can you please come talk in the room? Or something? I'm getting distracted with the class. I cannot keep my train of thought because I hear you. Babe, can you please come talk in the room? Okay, I'm back. Sorry, you guys. So yeah, I was saying for you will be also to connect more the full body, simplify the full body. Uh, oh crap. Okay, next one will be Adrian. Adrian, this came out really, really nice. I think I love your present, Pikachu. Also, welcome to our class too. I think I remember you coming for the first time last week, and I'm so happy you joined us to do your homework. Good job. This came out really nice. I really like how you did the movements and that you're already doing the perspective. I can see you already done this before for sure. I love the C on here. Your C's are and your little S curves. These are really nice. And you're already doing the cylinder with the kidney bean, the perspectives. I can see you've done this before. This is great. This came out really good. I think my favorite thing here is this little guy right here. That little leg. Delicious. Yum, 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 yum. Because, like, you see how simple that is? This little leg is so simple, but you can see how it's just pushing. You know, that he's like he has the little legs on the ground and he's like pushing. And you did not need all those extra lines, but you translated that with that one single leg. So I will say that for you will be trying to minimize, simplify them now. Because you got the perspective right. You got the cylinders right, you got all that right. So now I will say for you is to try and apply some of the things we did today. So like get that. Get those little guys as simple as that other guy. Or like maybe if this is the little leg. And like whoop. Like try to get as much as you can simplified as you possibly can. Or like this guy. Like because you're there. So I think this will be the next step for you. You know, later because you already understand what the structure is. You understand what's happening. So I will push it a little more, exaggerate a little bit more with that gesture and motion. Instead of breaking their limbs, trying to combine them as much as you can. Because like just like you did this guy here, how you did this leg here, that you had a full motion there. Yeah, this is like really nice. If you want, you can do the seals, so you can practice that, or I think you're one of the ones that can do horses if you want to. But I will just do the seals, just so you can use to simplifying things a little bit more. Oh, I think your name is Rick, based on what I saw on the on the chat, because I'm just calling you R. But thank you, it's very kind of you. So I hope that makes sense, Adrian. Adrian or Adrian. It's like my name, like it's Andrea, but people's Andrea or Andrea. So you know how name goes. All right, Mossy Rock. But yeah, good job on that. I will do the seals just for the challenge of it to push you to do that minimalism flow thing. All right, Mossy Rock. Absolutely. All right, Mossy Rock. Here we go. Okay. I like seeing that you're seeing where the gestures are, where these the I can see that you're seeing where the gesture goes. This one is really nice. I will say this is one of your best ones because you had that perfect S, that little perfect S with this C, then you have this straight, you got that C. Yeah, this one translates really nicely. Very nicely. So, example, like if you don't look at the photo reference, you know exactly what's happening with this cat. He's like on the ground looking up. It's perfect. This one, it has a little bit what I call puppet syndrome. I don't know what to call it. It's like a little puppet, like you know when you have the little mannequins with the little made out of wood. So he's like the because of the breaking of the limbs. So this will be a good example for you to practice doing the minimalism lines too and trying to connect them instead of breaking the limbs. Even we know that that's what's happening. Again, this is just for gesture. And it will look something like that. Or if you see here, there is that S, and that's like a C. That's a little C. And that's like a soft S. That's a soft S too. That's like that could be like a C, but it goes for that flow. That can be an S. Oh, I forgot I'm drawing on top of the main thing. So I will say, how will that look like? It will look something like this. There. Let me. And then you can see the head is going in this direction. It's like it's doing, it's like a kind of, oh, I make a lot of sound effects when I'm painting and drawing. Actually, you guys figure that out by now. It helps. It helps to some people, helps to other or not. Try it out. But sometimes when you make like sound effects, you it's like you feel it more. So it's like it goes like. So I will say his little head it goes like a little forward, but then the little ears go in that direction. So why not connect the entire head with that direction of the ear? You know, and then the other ears goes like. Also, it can be like that. And then it's the other little paw. Well, that back came out shitty. And the leg. And then you got your straights. And I will exaggerate that a little bit. Oh, same with this one. Let's go with this. This one came out really too good, by the way. I just saw this one. This one's great. You have that single line, that C and that straight. Yeah, this is I love this. This came out nice. How that translates so perfectly that you know what's happening. Came out beautiful. So here is one of those moments too that I'm talking about try not to break it if you can. When we talked about before, I would just combine this as a single, as a single, as a single soft S or a C, a single line. So it will look something like this. Boop. And that's one of the cases that we will have probably like the oval on the front, which you have it. I see that's happening here. Yeah, you have that there. So maybe a way to combine it. Mm, yeah, something like that. So it looks more flow. It has more flow in it. Last one will be same here. Trying to just connect them all as one. So instead of breaking them, do like a single line. Whoop. Do you see? Like you can say what's happening with so much less information. There you go. But good job, Maserok. This came out great. I will think you definitely gonna take a. You think you will take advantage of the seals homework too. All right, let's go with Dark. Dark, thanks for joining us too. I think it's my first time doing like critiques or homework with you. I think you joined us last class, or this class is your first one. I am not sure, but I know I have not seen your work before. Your critique your work before. Yeah, this looked great, Dark. Yeah, I've been waiting to. But I mean, I feel you. Yes, Dark. This came out beautiful. These are great. I think. I think you are. I think you're one of the. You're one of the people that you're gonna have to do the horses. Yeah, I think I will do the horses, or trying to do the CEO homework too. I think. Well, let's go with the what's good first. I really love how you are able that you're able to connect the gesture. I can see that you're following the spine and like the middle. So I think that's a really good approach to do it. That's really nice. And yeah, your exaggeration of the movement is there. You're definitely following. You're definitely following that gesture. This one came out so nice. They all came out really nice. If I have to pick a favorite, definitely this one. It came out great. And I also see that you're having the kidney beans happening. I see the kidney beans happening. So good job on that. Yeah, these are great. I will say, how will I make these? How will I make this better? I will also suggest to push a little more the what I talked about with the other folks to try to exaggerate the little gesture a little bit more on the limbs. I forgot who it was that had the opposite. Somebody had the I think it was God Slayer. That God Slayer had the gesture of the legs straight down, but he needed to work on the gesture of the body. And I think you're the opposite. You have the body down and you have to work on the gesture of your limbs. Yes, you guys are the opposite. It's so funny. But with our powers combined, we're Captain Gesture. So ridiculous. We need to like Dragon Ball Z fusion. Vegito. That's so freaking funny. What we're gonna call it? The fusion of gesture. No, it's like God Slayer and Dark. That we need a new name. But yes, I will say do the seal homework. I mean, even though you already have it, and I will say you're one of the people that can go to horses. I think you will benefit. I think you will benefit from doing the seal homework to really push that the limbs to get those little limbs out more. But yeah, great job. This is great. I love it. This is fantastic. Yeah, so let's work on those little limbs. All right, so I know I'm going a little bit over, like I say, like 10 minutes over. So here we go with Anna. Jesus Christ, Anna. She's done it again, you guys. Look at her. Fucking hell. All right. So Anna is a perfect example of what we are going for. She's doing the combination of all these things we talked about. She's doing the kidney beans. She's doing the little ball on the front with the little ball on the back. I mean, look at this. She already held this down. What am I here for? Yeah, it's like she has all the balls that we talked about. So this is the final result of what it will look like once you guys do the kidney beans ball with perspective and overlapping. And she also has the that she's pushing that gesture with like the main C's. Like I cannot with this diva cat here. It's like she needs like a turban and like she needs like a basket with like fruits and stuff and like she needs like a curtain and like some pillows. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like those like that lady painting. Like she just needs like some pillows and like more pillows on the back. And then we have like a little cherubim here giving her little crepes. This is so funny. Yeah, this gesture. You see, this is what I'm trying to get at. Like, because she nailed that gesture, it has that emotion behind it. So you can see the cat is like, ah, diva cat, feed me, peasant. So yeah, this is great, Anna. Great job on your gestures. This is what I was talking about too. You see how she just simplifies that? The way she simplifies that, we don't break it. Look at this. Are you kidding me? This is another thing we do. It's like you can connect one with the other. And she did that here too. Yeah, this one's great. They're all great. I'm just gonna stop pressing you here. This is all great. Good job. I think your most successful one. Oh, they're all very successful. I mean, they all translate exactly what's happening. This might be the only one that's a little bit weird, just because the little break it. But it was just a weird pose. It's not you guys. It was that's a very weird pose for that cat. It's like backwards, like his neck is tucked in. It's like are you gonna give me the treat, Karen, or not? So I don't go all day, Karen. But yeah. Oh, hippogriffs will be so fun to do gestures of. Hippogriffs are really fun because you have the wings movement, the peak, the neck, the leg. Oh yeah, hippogriffs will be really fun to do gestures of. Maybe that will be instead of horse. You know what? Instead of horses, let's do hippogriffs. That's the good job, Buraku. We're gonna do hippogriffs instead of horses. Horses can be boring. Let's do Pegasus. I love Pegasus, you guys. You don't even know. I have a sculpture here behind me. So I don't know what to tell you, Anna. Like, what's your next level? Because you obviously got this down. These are great. I will say keep doing what you're doing and then just go to challenge to whoever next is. Who like Pegasus, like I say, or Hippogriff. So these are fantastic. Great job. Thanks you so much for doing all of them. All right. So we got Blitz. Blitz, are you the one who always makes capybaras for me? I was surprised that you don't see a capybara. So good job. I like seeing how you're doing the little S's. I can see that you're doing it. I like how this, you had it here. Look at that. Those two little legs. You got that. You have some nice gestures here. I like that you're already having the two balls that we talked about. And I see what's happening. And like, look at it. This is a successful gesture. It's just like more broken apart, but it's there. Like I see what's happening. So it's just a different style, but I see what's happening. So I like the way that you're thinking. Like I see what's happening behind you, like in your head. So I think the next level for you, you're also on the SEAL team. We're gonna call it the SEAL team. You're on the SEAL team. And it is for you to connect them all in a single smooth. You're gonna be, yeah, so you can connect them all in a single smooth line. So they are not also broken apart. And I think you're gonna really benefit of the techniques tutorial that I did today, I believe so. Oh, let me put some in the chat. Let me see it. Feels like one behind the Disney storyboard. There's one with the back, fourth one on the top. Oh, one of the back. Let me see. The one with the black four one on top. Is it this one? From the top row. One, two. This one? This one. Correct me, son. Yes. So yes again if it's the one. See. Okay. Let me see the reference really quick and see who we have there. I'm trying to see who that is. First photo reference, you believe. It looks like a. Is it this one? Yeah, that's the guy. All right, I got you. All right, let's do this guy really quick, guys, and we can call it a day. And then we're gonna have some seal time. All right, how would I approach this guy? Well, let's analyze him really quick. So we got this flow there, and then we have this right here. And well, the head is not really in any, the head is just there coming from the spine. There's nothing special about the head. So how will I do it? Let's see. I'm gonna do it without, I'm gonna do it not on top of the photo. So you can go with me on it. I mean, so you can see. So if this is the head, I will say that's the first leg, second leg. Sorry. So if that's the head, this is the second ball. Then we have this one here. We have the ears in that direction. And then we got that full flow here. And then we have that there. And the I assume that's happening back there. And then, okay. And then these are on the same level. So, okay. So how do I fix this? How will I go about it? I will say it's about, and then we got the eyes. Up there. I will push that there, and that's about the same level of the eyes. So and then I will say the other body around there. No, this is much, I made them too high because when I look that, so the other foot's here, and if I do that, so it's about there. This is a weird one. I can give you that. And actually, this is the opposite. It's coming up. I will say something about that. And I'll have to erase so you guys can see what's going on. And I just realized this is even more out than I have it. So I can correct that a little bit more. But it's also about exaggeration, like I mentioned. So that is how will I approach it. So if we turn off the reference, could you tell what's happening here? You know, you're like, can I see what's happening with the cat? That's what you gotta ask yourself. Like, do I understand what's happening? That's how I will approach it. Oh no, no worries. I mean, you're all good. That's what we're here. That's what I'm here for. That's what we're doing these classes. So I want to bring it back on. So here we go. That's how I will translate it. Obviously, that's where you get the gesture drawing down. So you get the gesture drawing down, but then, you know, later when you actually want to make the illustration, like I already can tell issues. Like, when I put my middle, well, what we have learned before, well, what I have told you guys before previous classes. So I already know that I have to have that leg pushed more, and the head the head has to be pushed out more. Like I already can tell that that's a thing. But then the thing is, like, you already have the gesture down, and that's what matters. You already have the gesture down, and the movement, the things that are important, and then you can just go back and start fixing things actually to be more like correct, like the classes we've done before for the drawings. They start adjusting your proportions, figured out who is what, who's where. So example, mine is there. So I already know I made mine two out, but that's for later, you know? That's when you actually want to nail it down completely. But the important is that you have the movement there. Then you just have to adjust proportions a little bit. But the feeling is there, the movement is there, the gestures there. Actually, I kind of see this being a little bit pushed more. I just did not push it enough. We're all here. We're all still here learning together, guys. I will push it a little bit more. And that doesn't go there. It will be more like this. There we go. That feels more like it. Yay. So, yes, that's it. We went over 15 minutes. Thank you guys for staying all this time, for the extra time. So make sure I went with everybody's. So again, thank you so much for participating. This was great. Great homework, you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead because I always do it the next day. Now sometimes I push it because I get busy. I'm gonna go ahead and find some seal photos and make a collage for you guys to do seals homework. And you guys have two options. Like I said, you can either do the seals or you can redo all of your same cats with the new techniques you learned. That way you have a perfect comparison. Do with your before and after, or ¿por qué no los dos? Do both. Do the seals first so your hand gets loose, and then go back to your cats if you have the time and do both. Let me see last questions, and then we call it a day. Oh, you're welcome, please. Thank you so much. So kind of you. Yes, Godslayer. We can do some hippogriffs. So I'm gonna add some hippogriffs to be extra. That I don't want to forget. Thank you, Fate. All right, you guys. Well, I'm gonna head out, and I'll see you all next week. Take care. Thank you, guys. Bye.